Yo, this book is crazy.
Go chasing rabbits.
So, this week we had to read chapter 9, which is like right there, to right there. And it took me 2 days because I was procrastinating all week and this is not working. Yeah, I procrastinated all week, so yesterday I started reading, and today I read from like chapter 14 to chapter 19, and it was like a big ass roller coaster. Okay, so last week, people in Wonderland were like, "Hey, it's Alice's birthday," and they were singing and dancing, and there were fuzzy turtles, and then Red came and killed Alice's father, and then she came to the palace and was like, "Hey, bitches, I'm gonna kill you all," and she did. And like Justin said, she said, "Off with their boring, stinking heads." And Justin, I mean, she's 30, and when you're 30, you get boring. So now chapters 9 through 18 were crazy. It started with Red like attacking the palace, and she like killed a lot of people. She killed Dodge's dad and like all these chess pieces that were there, and Dodge was like trying to protect Alice, and then he got freaked out when his dad died, and Hatter Madigan was like, "I'm a ninja, yo," and he took down like a bazillion cards, and then Queen Genevieve and Alice and Hatter Madigan were running away, and Queen Genevieve was like, "Hatter, take Alice and get her away." So they did, but then this big ass cat thingy like followed them, and Hatter and Alice jumped into that lake of tears and whatnot, and now they're in the real world. So that's how Alice, like, that's where like Alice in Wonderland starts to pick up, but it doesn't like show her being an orphan and jumping out of a puddle and making a flower talk. No, it shows her life with the littles. Is it littles or Liddell's? Because I want to say littles. Really, Justin, I think you could have picked a better phrasing than "did what heart tickles my fancy," because that just sounds wrong. I think my favorite part of this section of the book was when Hatter Madigan was like becoming a legend in France, and like all the French maids were like gathering in the kitchens and telling romantic stories about him. I thought it was hilarious because the picture that they have for Hatter Madigan looks here. Where is it? Here we go. He looks like one of those Harlequin romance novels like guys in the story. Like I'd seriously expect him to like do horrible things to people, and not in the killing fashion. So Justin didn't know who should play Hatter Madigan and Dodge, and I think Wolverine, I can't remember his name right now. I'll probably think of it later and be like, "Oh my god, I think he should play Hatter Madigan," and I'm probably being kind of biased, but I think Taylor Lautner, who's going to be in Twilight movie, Twilight, I think he should play Dodge. I think General Doppel and General Ganger or whatever should be played by Andy Serkis, who was Gollum in The Lord of the Rings and King Kong in King Kong, and he was in 13 Going on 30. Justin, I like the time limit, but I think it should be 3 minutes to 6 minutes because 2 minutes is a little bit short. How about 2 minutes and 30 seconds? It's a nice happy medium. I also think that each week we should ask 2 questions, like one about the book that we're reading, and then one about books in general, like where do you like to read? And that's my question. I want to know what part of your house or in your town is your favorite place to read that makes you concentrate or helps you get lost in the book. Where? I want to know. So, my question for this week is either what do you think of the cat? Like, did you picture a lolcat when you were reading about him? And what about the Liddells? What do you think of them? Aren't they like bitches? Total Bitchez. That's all I have for this week, so See you next week.
A hookah, smoking caterpillar.
Hugh Jackman. Ah.